Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the Old Lady, and this is the Demi-Gods, Episode 2 of A Greek Hero's Save. And let's roll into it. We have some stuff to look at. Let me get back out of this because I had an abortive attempt to try and start this episode and realized I had missed something, so I had to stop and come back again. So, I would like to show you how our friendlies went. I would say pretty well. Pretty well. Odysseus with the hat trick there. Jason with a brace. Odysseus won. Perseus with a hat trick. Perseus and Jason score. Jason with the hat trick. Jason with the hat trick. And Odysseus and Jason. So I guess we can see where most of our goals are likely to come from. Today we're going to play Levadeiakos. And that's the plan. Yes, okay. But before we do that, before every game, Homer the poet, the manager of Apollon Larissas, the manager of the Greek heroes, he's going to pray to one of the gods. Now, nobody knows Homer's mind, so we have to try and figure out what it is that he wants. And so we will find out who he's going to pick to bless the team if we win the game. So, we dedicate the game to a god. If we win the game, then at the beginning of the next episode, that god will present their bounty to the team. And that will improve the team. That's the way this is going to work. And so let's do that now. We will go to this window where I have set up the Wheel of the Gods. I need to be able to access this. That's what I needed. Alright, as you can see, all 9 of the gods that we're using are on here. Aphrodite, Apollo, Athena, Hades, Hephaestus, Hera, Hermes, Poseidon, and Zeus. They're all here. We're all ready to go. Let's roll this. Who will Homer pick to pray to today? Looks like Hermes. Okay. So there we go. It will be Hermes that Homer prays to today. And if they win the game, then he will be pleased and he will respond with his bounty. That's the way this is going to work. So, of course, if you don't win, then he's not going to be very pleased and he won't give you his bounty. Which, seems fair. And a draw, they just don't understand a draw at all. So nothing happens for that. It's only on a win that the bounty will be given. So, with the prospect of a bounty from Hermes on the line, let's get back to this game. And let me find my cursor. There it is. Team selection. What? Oh, God, I hate this. I wish there was a way to turn that off. Submit the team. The team is ready. Bellerophon in goal. Castor, Ajax, Achilles, and Polydeuces. Heteroclase, Odysseus, Orpheus, Theseus, Perseus, and Jason up front. Are we ready to go? I think we're ready to go. Dodgy Gamer suggested that I make Odysseus a roaming playmaker because it's just a perfect joke. It's the perfect joke. He's the roaming playmaker. Yes, perfect. Odysseus. Unfortunately, that leaves him in this role with 3 silver stars as his ranking. So we'll see whether or not that actually works out for him or not. But apparently he needs some training before this is going to be a great role for him. So let's get on with this. See how we do. Haven't selected any substitutes. Oh. Well, let's pick some substitutes. Rats. Alright, I'll be back in a second. I'll pick the subs. Okay, the subs have been picked. We are ready to move forward. Let's get on with the game. Oh, more of this stupid tutorial stuff. I wish it was possible to turn it off. If anybody knows how you can turn off the tutorial stuff, please let me know, because it's going to keep doing this. It's going to do it again here now. Oh, it's not doing it. Oh, thank goodness. Ajax and Heracles are aggressive. I can tell you from watching the friendlies that this is pretty much common for them. That's how they roll. So I'm expecting some fireworks from them over time. Let's see how we do. I'm expecting you to win today, boys. I think that's the way to go. Pump fists. And we've got a few motivated. Let's do this. And the heroes of Greece step out onto the field for the first time. Let's see how we get on. Achilles brings the ball down, finds Odysseus. Perseus cuts inside from his wing position. Heracles finds Perseus. And I think Odysseus just scored. It was nuts. What a goal. How did that go in? I mean, it hit the post and then it bounced down and then bounced back out, but did it actually cross the line? Yes, it did. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen a goal do that before. That was kind of wild. Anyway, we're up 1-0. Odysseus with the goal. Orpheus. Polydeuces. Odysseus. Back to Polydeuces. Remember that Odysseus is the only one that actually knows how to play the game, other than our goalkeeper Bellerophon, who's not really able to doesn't know how to play the game, but is able to use his physical skills to greater effect than he can as an outfield player. So we do have an outrageously good goalkeeper. And it doesn't matter because they've scored. The first goal we've conceded in this save. That's terrific. That's terrific. Very glad to see that. That's just wonderful. Let's get some more. Long throw there, but not effectively. First touch, of course, is very poor for these guys, so it won't be very surprising if they find themselves... Oh, nice try, Odysseus, with another long shot, and he gets it this time. 2 goals on the day, both from distance. Very much Odysseus thing. Long shots. Boom. Nope. Try it again. Boom. Yep. Oh, blocked twice. They are wildly outplaying us by XG standards. But we're winning. It's the important part. Polydeuces to Perseus. Perseus in for Jason. Jason's header is just over. Alright, halftime in our very first match. Not bad in terms of XG. We've caught up to them a little bit, but oh, something's messed up here. This says they've got a 0.4. This says 1.04. So something's messed up somewhere. Don't know where, don't care. Let's go. I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Let's do that. That works. Lots of inspired and motivated. Orpheus is away. Tackled. And tackles back. Perseus. accelerates past his man, and again. Whoa, Orpheus! What a shot! 3-1. What an absolute screamer. A thunderbolt, you could even say. Pretty nice goal. Pretty nice goal. Look how fit they are. I mean, we're at the 65-minute mark, and we've only got 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them now who've gone down 5 to even slightly below. And there's no reason to change any of these guys. Looks like we're gonna win this one 3-1. Pretty happy with that. I don't suppose it'll be unusual for us to finish the game. See, this is messed up. It says 1.09 here, and we got 0.71, but our XG is much higher than theirs on the graph. So I don't know. It's a little weird. Huh. Don't know. I'm very pleased with the result and your performance. We'll go hands on hips for that, and happily they are excited by that idea. Hooray! We are top of the league for a start. That's a nice way to get going. And Xanthi, the team that's picked 1 to 91 on to win the league, starts off with a loss by 2 goals. To Panichaiki, apparently. Wow, that's interesting. Let's have a look here. Orpheus scores on his debut. Post-match press conference, I'll deal with that. We've got an assistant manager, that's fine. Odysseus on form as Apollon Larissa score easy victory. Yeah, I think that's it. I would like to take a moment now, since we're going to have a somewhat longer episode than we get with the Loyal. We're going to have an episode here where we take a second to look at each of the heroes in close up. So let's start with Jason. Here he is. As you can see, the usual massive physicals. In Jason's case, pretty darn good mentals as well. He is the leader, so 17 leadership, 17 teamwork. And he's got reasonable tackling and penalty taking. I don't know how he has these numbers. That's a little weird. They're much higher than I thought they were. How odd. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so he only has a 7 finishing and a 7 first touch, so he needs some work, but he's an enthusiastic striker. He places his shots, curls the ball, likes to round the keeper, likes to try to beat the offside trap, gets crowd going, tries first time shots, likes ball played into feet, and runs with ball often. So that's him. He's driven, he's an enthusiastic striker. He's already valued at 41k, which is pretty good for our team. Let's have a look at whoever's next. We'll go back because I want to actually go through the team in order. Theseus, again, magnificent physicals, pretty decent mentals, and appalling technicals. Long throws, they've all got pretty good long throws. It's not hard to teach someone to take a long throw. And these guys are all quite strong and you know, stuff. So that seems reasonable. Fairly low numbers in pretty much every other place though, so you know, he's got a lot of growing to do, but that's what the bounty of the gods is all about. So we'll see how that goes. Ambitious personality. He's a young winger, runs with ball down the left, plays 1-2s, knocks the ball past opponent, moves ball to left foot before dribble attempt, tries to play way out of trouble. That's a negative one, but I thought it might be fun because it sounds like the sort of thing Theseus would do. Hugs line, likes to beat man repeatedly, and likes to switch ball to wide areas. So just a random selection of traits that I thought might suit him. Perseus, on the other wing, is again magnificent physically, except his jumping reach is fairly small. He's not a big jumper. His anticipation, of course, is somewhat poor, but his determination is excellent. He has a bit of off-the-ball knowledge. He's got some teamwork and some work rate, so that's not too bad. His technicals are, of course, a nightmare, but he can dribble the ball a little bit, and he can head the ball a bit. And he can take long shots. Why did I give him long shots and not long throws? That seems a little weird, but okay. Runs with ball down right, plays short simple passes, uses outside of foot, pass rather than score, knocks ball past opponent, moves ball to right foot before dribble attempt, tries tricks, and runs with ball often. So he is also pretty darn useful. You'll notice they are all 20 years old. They all have the same birth date, and they're all signed until 2025. So it's they're all pretty much covered in that regard. Odysseus is, of course, our best player in that he can do things like free kicks and marking, and he's got a bit of finishing and so on. He's good at long shots, as we saw tonight. He doesn't have any pace, so his physicals aren't quite as magnificent as some of them, nor are his mentals, but he does know how to play the game, which is more than most of them can say. So he is fairly determined, a young midfielder, gets forward whenever possible, tries killer balls often, shoots from distance, uses outside of foot, dictates tempo, arrives late in opponent's area, tries to play way out of trouble, tries tricks, and hits free kicks with power. That's Odysseus. Orpheus, the musician who went to Hades to bring his wife back. A jovial young midfielder, runs with ball through center, gets into opposition area, places shots, plays 1-2s, gets crowd going, likes ball played into feet. So again, pretty good physicals, pretty decent mentals actually, and appalling technicals. Finishing 1, penalty taking 1, free kick taking 1, crossing, corners 1. So technique 5. This guy is just not a very good player yet. Time will tell. We'll see how he comes as he grows with the bounty of the gods. We have Heteroclase. The massive, mighty Heteroclase, strong defensive midfielder, driven. Not very fast, not very agile, but my goodness. Strength 20, stamina 20, natural fitness 20. Aggression, bravery, determination, all 20. This is Heteroclase. Got a high work rate. He can tackle like a beast because of his wrestling skills. His positioning is decent. His marking is excellent. His heading is excellent. He can take long shots and long throws. He's also really wretched at pretty much everything else. So, we'll see how that goes. He shoots from distance, shoots with power, winds up opponents, argues with officials. With his aggression, you gotta know that's gonna happen. Dives into tackles, gets crowd going, and runs with ball early. So he's gonna be a really valuable player for us, I think. A driven, strong defensive midfielder. Very nice. Now, Castor and Polydeuces are, in fact, identical twins. And this is kind of a weird thing here, because you'll notice that Castor, on the left, is rated at 2.5 stars, while Polydeuces is rated at 3 stars. But they are literally identical. Or they should be. I made them identical, but have they tweaked in in some manner to be less so. I don't think so. It looks like they're pretty much the same. But maybe not exactly the same. No, they are. They are the same. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, for some reason one of them is rated higher than the other, even though they're identical twins. So let's have a look at him. Caster runs with the ball down the right, plays short, simple. Oh, hang on. I've got that backwards. I've got to change that. Excuse me for a second. So, back to Caster. I fixed this now. He is running with the ball down the left, as he should be. Plays short, simple passes, looks for pass rather than attempting to score, knocks ball past opponent, and possesses long, flat throw. So that's his only real technical skill. The rest of them are really poor. He's going to need a lot of love from the gods to become a World Cup winning left back. Polydeuces, of course, is identical, except that he is playing on the right side. He has the same qualities, the same traits, I should say, the same physicals, the same mentals, the same technicals, you name it, he's got the same. So, yeah, there we go. That's how that works out. He is jovial and a young fullback. Interesting possibilities. I didn't look at what Caster is. Is he also jovial? He is jovial. So they're the tricksters in the team. Caster and Polydeuces. I bet they play all kinds of practical jokes on the others. Ajax. The mighty Ajax. He is a specimen. Not very fast, but my goodness. Stamina 18, natural fitness 20, balance 16, aggression 20, bravery 19, determination 20, leadership 17. He can mark, he can tackle, he can position himself well. So he's valued at £135,000. No wonder he's picked as one of our most valuable players. He's a driven centre-back with no player traits, which is kind of interesting, but there it is. So, an interesting player, 4.5 star rated, 5-star potential. Be kind of interesting. Achilles, his defensive partner, is again magnificent physical. He's a driven young centre-back. Not quite as amazing mentally as Ajax is, but still quite good. And his tackling, marking, he's got long throws and heading, but all the other technicals are really poor. So, you know, he's got a long way to go in terms of what the gods need to give him. He winds up opponents, argues with officials, and gets the crowd going. So, he's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt, especially to the referee. And lastly, we have Bellerophon, who is simply outstanding. He's a driven, strong goalkeeper, winds up opponents, and uses the long throw to start counterattacks. He's got excellent numbers here, and the reason, except for first touch, which of course is something he has to learn, passing he has to learn, handling he has to learn, that's a technical skill. One-on-ones, he can fake it somewhat, but it's not his greatest skill. His mentals are quite good. Of course, he has no anticipation, flair off the ball. His vision is not the best, but overall, he's an outstanding goalkeeper. He's rated at 30,000, 5 stars both ways, a driven, strong goalkeeper. He is Bellerophon. So that's going to do it looking at the team today. I know it's been a bit of a long episode, but these Demi-Gods episodes will run more in the 20 to 25 minute range, while the Loyal stays with the 15-minute range. So that's the plan here. We'll need to put a goalkeeper in, but we don't have one right handy, so that's okay. All right, I'll deal with the press conference offline. We'll be back with the bounty of Hermes installed for, let's see, it's a fairly short season, so let me just have a quick peek here. Yeah, it's only 22 games, is it? 3, 7, 13, 18, 22, 24 games? That seems odd. 3, 4, 7, 12, 17, 21, 23 games now. I'm sure it's 22. So we'll see how that goes. Let's come back. This is only 22 matches. Let's come back. We'll come back for Doxa Dramas. There you go. That's where we'll come back for. Doxa Dramas away at the Doxa Dramas ground, and we will be playing them in the next episode. That's all there is. Okay, let's get back to this. Boom! And I say thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. I really hope you've enjoyed the episode. I'm having a great deal of fun making it, so it should be fun. We'll have the gods introduce the episode next time because Hermes has to come along and grant his bounty to the team. So let's look forward to that. I will see you in the next episode. I hope you have a great day, and take care.